Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to do a market watch, and I'm also going to go over how you can get 10+% bonus bucks back on any purchases you make on TCGPlayer tomorrow, which is Friday, the 15th of April. So I got this email, and basically they're doing a subscriber exclusive event on TCGPlayer where you get 10% bonus backs on all products, which starts tomorrow. And it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern time. TCGPlayer subscribers will receive 10% back in TCGPlayer credit on all products purchased. Anyone can make the purchases on TCGPlayer Marketplace tomorrow, but this promotion is exclusive to subscribers. TCGPlayer subscribers are also eligible for their extra subscriber bonus bucks on top of this promotion. What they mean there is I've read through a little bit about the subscription. And basically, I think you like orders over $35 are eligible for like 3% bonus bucks. So I think in total, you can potentially get 13% in bonus bucks. You do have to pay for a subscription, and it's going to be $6.99 per month. And this might not be worth it for everyone, but if you're one of those people that wants to they have a lot of expensive cards on their purchase list, or they're going to be buying a couple of boxes of the new booster set or Ghosts from the Past. I think this is definitely worth it. For example, let's say you wanted to, your goal in the next couple of weeks was to buy a Dragoon and 3 Albaz structure decks. Basically right there for the structure decks, you're talking about around $50, and Dragoon about $110. So that's $160. So you get 10% back, which is $16, plus 3% back potentially if it qualifies, which I think it does if it's over $35. So you're potentially getting back around $18 to $20 for that $6.99 subscription fee. However, if you're only going to be purchasing like $40 to $50 in cards tomorrow, you're only going to get $6-7 back. So it's not really you're going to break even basically. And then afterwards, if you say you are buying expensive cards, you could always go back and cancel your subscription next month. But me, I've been waiting to pick up a couple expensive things that I want to play, and it just seems worth it. But there are a lot of perks. We can just kind of go through them because it seems like it's a pretty cool program. Hopefully the link didn't go bad. Shouldn't be doing this because it didn't earlier, but whatever. Sorry, I'll have to sit through this. All right. Images of a boat. Hopefully I didn't just get that wrong. There's no way. Okay. All right, so here's the subscriber bonus bucks. Bonus bucks are TCGPlayer store credit that we add to your account when you make a qualifying order of $35 and up. It's our way of saying thank you for shopping. So this says that you're in bonus bucks back on all orders valuing $35 before shipping and taxes. So it's got to be $35, base rate. It says it's available in all product lines on the TCGPlayer Marketplace. Bonus bucks cap at $50 per item, which is pretty good. I mean, I guess the reason they're doing that is if let's say you wanted to buy a $10,000 Yu-Gi-Oh card. There's not very many of them, but they're out there. They don't want you to get $1,000 back on that purchase because that's just humongous. So they do cap it at $50, but for the most part, it's gonna be hard to break that $50. That you would basically need to spend. Well, let's see what the bonus back percentage is. It would be a lot of money. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't say specifically what the percent is, but this says 2%. I think it is 2 to 3% typically. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if there's any other perks. Okay, so you get free standard shipping. And that's through direct by TCGPlayer only. So not the greatest, to be honest. Yeah, so you still pay the shipping fee on non-direct orders, but it does, like, I know if you've gone through TCGPlayer before, you've noticed like sometimes the direct by TCGPlayer is like really expensive, like more, like maybe like 30% more than what the value of the card is. But honestly, there's been times too where I've seen cards that are 25, 50 cents, you know, offered by direct. But the problem is you have to pay $2 for shipping. But if you have this, then you can just order a 25-cent card and not pay shipping, which is amazing actually. So for, you know, those lower value cards, this actually pays off in a big way. And you also get priority shipping, you know, from when you go through direct by TCGPlayer. So they're going to send your order out before anybody else's that they have orders from. That's nice. Definitely nice. Okay. Okay, this is good. So this gives you your basically how many bonus bucks back you can get. So if you're, you know, you've had the subscription for 1 day, you get 1%. So basically if you subscribe today, like I did, you're going to get 11% tomorrow. Still really, really good. Can't complain. 10% is big enough, but you know, an extra percent is nice. If you stay for 3 months, you get 2% bonus backs, and then 1 year you get 3%. So honestly, that's really, really good. I think that's fair. They're giving you an incentive to stay. And if you're like me, where because I'm a seller, I'm constantly buying and selling cards. It's really nice for those cheaper cards that I want to pick up to not have to pay shipping. Just super nice. So you can just cancel your subscription at any time. So basically you can pay $7 for tomorrow, get 10 plus 1%. So you're on orders 35 and above. So yeah, basically for $7, you get 11% off. So just keep that in mind. That basically means you need to spend roughly $7 to $8, or $70 to $80, sorry. $70 to $80 to break even, basically. And then if you're spending above that amount, then you're making more. So I guess keep that in mind. So, you know, if you're making, I think it's $77 or below, it's probably not worth it to do. But like I said, if you're planning on getting structured decks or any other product or expensive singles like Dragoon or Access Code or anything like that, definitely worth it to do. But with that aside, we can move on to the market watch. If you have any questions, just let me know. I did read up on this a little bit, and so I should know a good amount about it. I'm sorry for the international subscribers that, you know, had to sit through that, because I know you can't really order through TCGPlayer. Only I think North America, like including Canada, can. But yeah, I wish TCGPlayer would expand, but I understand why not, because shipping is so like ridiculously expensive. It doesn't make sense for someone to buy a $5 card in Europe to, you know, the seller to have to pay, you know, $50 to ship it. So I understand why they don't. But with that aside, let me know if you have any more questions, and we'll move on. The first card I wanted to go over is Shadal Squamata, ultra rare from Heroes, Battle Legend Heroes Revenge. This card is starting to move up a little bit, kind of bottomed out recently. Yeah, it's kind of at a low point for a long time, but you can get these for around 99 cents here for a playset, which is really good, going up to $1.50 for near mint. I would say pick these up, honestly. Squamata is one of the best cards for Shadals. And honestly, I would not be surprised if Shadals do well this format with the branded stuff. I just think that they could possibly perform pretty well. But I think Shadal is just a very popular deck overall. It's a fan favorite. So just a good deck to invest in high rarity cards. Sorry, I keep clicking this pop-up screen that doesn't let me scroll to the next one. So that's why I have to wait for a second sometimes. Next is Secret Rare Yatagarasu, Legacy of Darkness. These light plays are going for around $29 to $30. And then they bottom out here at 40. I think that's honestly not bad, especially if they have decent ratings, which it looks like they do. Probably worth it for the unlim. However, if you go to first edition, it is about 130. I can just show it just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure it's like around 130 for a light play. Oops. 130 for a light play, and then a near mint, it's going to be like 250 probably. So yeah, 130 light play, still really good. I mean, this card is just, it's one of my favorite cards of all time, and I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. And it's like the best secret rare, like hands down in the game, as far as like looks. The foiling just looks amazing. It's 180 for near mint. That's honestly really good. I would be interested in getting a PSA version of this card, honestly, but you know, ordering near mint is probably not going to be good enough. So this says 230 for a mint copy. That would be something that if you could get it mint, it would just be really nice to, you know, potentially get it graded. That is arguably not mint condition. For one thing, it's not in a sleeve. This card should never not be in a sleeve. But I do see some dirt on it. It is in pretty good condition. I would say it's definitely a good near mint, but centering is pretty good. Shipping, I mean, the centering looks pretty good for Legacy of Darkness because it is a little shifted up to the right. But if you don't know, this set is like impossible to, like, I don't think there's very many PSA 10s whatsoever of any card in this set, just because they just did a terrible job with quality control as far as centering. Now, everything else about this set is pretty good, like the card quality is decent. And the secret rare foiling is amazing, but and the cards are really thick as well. But just they were just so off with their centering, which is, you know, disheartening. But a good card to get, even if you just want to get an unlim. I'll show mine. I have two, and they're both classified as near mint, or lightly played, sorry. But one of them is like really close to near mint. There's one issue, and then the other one looks more towards mod play. The condition of the actual card isn't that bad, but it's the centering added on to a little bit of edge wear that just makes it look not good. But here's the first light play. This is the one that's just in really good condition. Centering's not great. It's shifted down quite a bit. I'm trying to get this centered. Let's see if I can get it out of the glare a little bit. Sorry about this. It's not going to work. There's too much glare. But yeah, centering's not terrible on this one. But if you look at the other one, sorry, this light's just really bright, so it's causing a lot of glare, unfortunately. But this is not as bad because I don't have a top sleeve on it, but there you can see the foiling. This one is the one I said that the centering is just really bad. And it does have a little bit more wear and scuff. But yeah, honestly, I wouldn't sell those for anything really. They're unlims, but I picked them both up for like $25 a piece. And sometimes you get really lucky. The first one that I showed you, the only issue with it is it does have like a little, like there's a little tiny spot on the top left corner where you can see foiling. But other than that, there's no edge wear, not really many scratches. Like it's in really good condition. Honestly, like if you like weren't looking very closely, you would say, yeah, that's near mint for sure. But yeah, I'll take it. That's like pretty much one of the best case scenario for light play for, you know, something this old. Next is Lincross. I noticed this card's starting to kind of move back up. We bottomed out like around $1.96. This is showing around close to $3 market price, but honestly, you can still get them for $1.98, even though the market price says that it went up. I think you should be picking, you know, a couple of these up. I have one copy currently. And I'm looking to get more in the long term. I just don't think I need to buy a bunch right this second. This is something that creeps up to the 5, 7, 8 range, but over a very long period of time. Like we're talking at least, you know, 8 months to, you know, 8 months at the very least, but probably over a year. But as we've seen with cards that are banned that don't get a reprint, which this card never got a reprint, they just go up over time. Eventually, this will be, you know, $10 to $12 card. Just because at least like it could be 20, 25 just on speculation alone. Because think about something like what's that card called? The Metal Foes card, the link that's banned, Electromite. It has 2 copies. They're both secret rare, but they were like $3 for a long time. It's like this was shortly after it got banned, maybe even cheaper, and it's been like above, you know, $16 to $20 for a long time, and it has spikes up to 30 sometimes. And this is from Eternity Code, which there just wasn't a lot of this product printed. This can go pretty crazy over time for sure. So keep your eye on it. Next, I wanted to look at Maximum Crisis just because there's some hidden gems in this set for sure. I mean, obviously Ash Blossom is going to be the best of all time, but I'm not going to click into this. But Masterpiece, you can get a light play for $22, first edition. And I just think that's a great card to pick up for your collection ones. It's just like a piece of the meta history. If that's something you care about, I certainly do. But it's a ridiculous card. And it probably will come back from the ban list, because if you look at its effects, like, it's good, don't get me wrong. But, you know, compared to what we have now, like, this card just can't compete, honestly. I don't think True Draco at an overall level, if it came back, like, you know, to like Masterpiece to 3 and some of the other cards came back to 2 or 3, like, I think it would be able to compete. But as far as being a top deck or being like overly oppressive to the top decks, there's just no way. We just have, you know, this card's been power crept quite a bit. I think Maximum Crisis was printed 2017 or before. I think 2017 maybe, but it's been out for quite a while. Other good cards to pick up, Duelist Alliance is just like an insane card for pendulums, and it's around $3, and this card does see spikes up to the 7 to 8 range. Really good pickup. I'm not going to click into any of these individually. I'm just going to kind of go over what the pricing is and what I think about it. Same goes for Dragonic Diagram. This card's insane for True Draco, obviously, but for some Dragon decks as well, mainly True Draco. But I think it's limited to 1, maybe 2, but I haven't looked at this. I haven't looked at the ban list, like, at like what cards are limited and stuff in a while. I should probably do that, but this card was like, when I came into the game, this was limited to 1 copy. I think when I came into the game, I came in 2019, so let me know. I think at that time I wasn't super involved in the ban list and everything, but I think it was at 1 copy or 1 or 2 copies, maybe 2 copies actually. And it was like $15, like $12 to $15 for this card. I just think you should keep your eye on it. It's just super good. And I will say for the True Draco and stuff, I would be picking up, you know, maybe a play set of each one of these like important cards for the deck, because they're just really cheap. Like Dynamite, like you can get an original print here for like $1.50 max. Same with Draco Warrior. It's just really, really good. All of these are ultra rares. Like, honestly, you could put this core together, like, you know, 3 copies each. I don't know. I wasn't, you know, around really when this deck was really strong, so I have no idea how to play this deck. So I don't really know what the ratios are, but I think having these cards are not bad at $1 and under, really. Yeah, it's just so unbelievably cheap. Zark is a good card too to have. It's just like a boss monster from the anime. I do have the reprint secret rare. It's just not worth it for me to want to go get the first edition. I don't like it that much, but I think having a version is nice. Tornado Dragon 2, also a really good secret rare for like $3. This card was insane at the time. From what I heard, I mean, I wasn't around during the time, but it's always been, you know, a decent card. Kind of like what you would see as a staple, even though it's not really seeing play anymore. There's just better cards now. I think that's everything in this set that's worth mentioning. Dark Worms, like, just get the secret rares, don't get these. If you want Calamities, that's fine. I just don't like, even if this will never come off the ban list, let's just say that. So I don't even think that it's worth talking about, really. If it does come off the ban list, it'll probably be 5 years at least. It's, you know, stuck for a while there. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I would just take a look at any of these True Draco cards and some of these Pendulum cards out of Maximum Crisis. Also, I will say, I haven't really talked about this that much, but I would have like a copy, like I think it'd be a really cool collection idea, but if you go back to all, like, I think most modern sets, you have a sneak peek preview promo. This is the one for Maximum Crisis. Usually can tell because they have like some sort of, like, it'll say sneak peek preview or something like this. That sneak peek one, if you didn't know. But And, you know, for 10 cents, I think it's worth, or, you know, 10 to 30 cents, I think it's worth just picking some of these up. Some of them are just really, really cheap. So I don't know, I would just keep your eyes on cards like that, you know, that are relatively hard to get. I mean, these are going to be very limited with the amount that are out there. It's just not a very good card. But I think having, you know, some of those, or, you know, at least one copy of each. One of them, that a couple that I have the, well, I did have 3 token collector, or no, I had like 6 of the ultra rare token collector, but I sold those because those like went from $1 to like 12. But I also have 5 of the Sky Striker Scissors Cross that are from Ignition Assault, and then I have 2 of the Gaia Knights that are from Rise of the Duelist. Just think, especially since those are now $3, because I paid $6.50 for mine. So I would definitely get them at $3, because Rise of the Duelist is just a really good set, and it's Gaia. It just hits a lot of check boxes, and it's relatively hard to get. Next is Dark Necrofear. There's a couple of cool copies you can get. Dark Beginning 2 ultra rare is pretty good. Retro Pack, if you want, is this super rare? But honestly, if you were gonna ask for my favorite copy, it would have to be the Labyrinth of Nightmare, just because I think that Labyrinth of Nightmare is just such a cool set, and I think that these are not super expensive. But this is just such a classic card to me. I just remember this when I was a kid, like this being a very coveted card. But let's see, Near Mint first edition sold for 78, so it's not cheap per se. But we will do filters. We'll check out Unlims and then look at first editions. First edition is probably going to be up there. So Unlim you can get for $1.99. Really, really good. And then what does Near Mint go to? A lot of light play copies before it gets towards 6. Near Mint 575, still not bad. Let's do first edition. I wish like these that are like, you know, these old cards that are like above $50, people would do like, or even above 20, would have like pictures, because a lot of these don't have good centering, and it would be really nice to know. So you can get a light play first edition for 59. And I like Warrior Collectibles. I've dealt with them quite a few times, and they're just really good in my experience. Yeah, I think that's really good for what you're getting. Labyrinth of Nightmare is a really hard set to find. Another cool one though that I saw actually that I didn't know that was here. You have Dark Beginning too. I guess we'll look at Dark Beginning, and then we'll look at this Duelist League promo. That just seems kind of cool. Also, the Dual Terminal is cool. I'm sure the Secret Rare is fine, but to be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of Master Collection Volume 1 Secret Rares. I just don't think the foiling is like super, super good. I think it's okay, depending on which card you get. I just think that this card just would look better as an ultra rare. Light Play Unlimited 411. Oh yeah, these only come in unlimited because it's Dark Beginning. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 450 for Near Mint for an ultra rare. Dark Beginning, like I would definitely go for that. That's good. Really, really good. This is just a really cool, like, you know, cheapish card to have in your binder. These Duelist League promos are probably like 25 cents for Near Mint. For Duelist League promo, that's crazy. That's literally crazy. Let's see what else is in this Duelist League promo set. I know that's, I think I clicked the wrong one. Need to click on that set name. I think Duelist League promo goes like the colored rares and stuff. I don't know how many, I didn't know there was hollows in that though. Yeah, it's mainly like the colored rares that are expensive. Zombie Worlds are $50. Yeah, Duelist League is quite a bit bought out. Honestly, I would pick up, you know, a couple of these versions. You never know which one's going to go on something like this, because there's like several really good options, like Legend of Nightmare, Insane, Labyrinth of Nightmare, sorry. And then you also have Dark Beginning ultra rares for like $5 Near Mint. And then Duelist League promo, Dual Term. There's just so many good versions of this card. But yeah, we're not going to spend too much time looking through here. A lot of the stuff is like bought out, you know. So we'll move on. Draw and Lockbird. If you didn't know, all of these are, you know, about around $20. The common is 15, and I have finally just sold my whole playset. I did have a playset, and I promised I wouldn't sell them because I needed to play this card. But it's a common from a structure deck. I would rather have $45. I always play 2 copies anyways. I've never played 3, so what I decided is to sell my 3 copies, reinvest into the OTS super rares because that's my favorite version. You know, it's from OTS pack 1. It's just a cool set. But if you wanted, there's ultimate rares. It's just a little out of my price range for Drill and Knockbird. Drill and Knockbird's good. It's just, it has problems. Like a lot of decks can play through Drill and Knockbird. That's the problem. Injection Fairy, Lily. So yeah, I have been going over quite a bit of collector's cards today, but some people are looking to build their collections and just don't, you know, really know where to start. So I think this is helpful. So these are, we'll do filters because there's a lot of damaged copies of these. This is also from Labyrinth of Nightmare. Light play unlimited 16, really not bad at all. Also, you're going to run into probably some centering issues, but for the most part, like if it's light played, it's just going to look really good. This is like one of my favorite secret rares as well. They just did a really good job in Legacy of Darkness of like really making like the colors pop with the secret rares, like picking the right cards to do secret rares. We'll look at near mint and then look at first edition. Near mint might be probably it's 21. That's not too bad. But we'll do filters. We'll do first edition. So around 70. And that's Ruxin. He's usually pretty good. This is probably packed fresh, honestly. It's just probably got a little bit of centering issues if you want to get it from Ruxin. But near mints are going to be, you know, hundreds of dollars. So yeah, pretty cool card. Next, I wanted to go over Vendread just because a couple of people in chat were talking about it when I thought. To be honest, I really think the artwork in this deck is insane. One of my favorite cards from this archetype is Vendread Chimera. Not because of the effect, but I just think it's a super cool secret look, like it's a cool looking secret rare. I'll just say that. But then here's also a Code of the Duelist sneak peek promo for 60 cents. You know, if you're interested in playing this archetype, that's a really good deal. You can honestly get this whole deck, you know, pretty high rarity for really, really cheap if you wanted to try it out. I don't know enough about the deck. I just know that it's just, when I looked into it a long time ago, it wasn't good. So it might be a little bit better with the support, but it's probably going to need more. Whatever they're giving is probably not going to be enough. Same on this side. I will say the super rare is like a good version to pick up of any of the Slayer cards. I mean, Rev and Dread cards, because they're just gonna be harder to get, especially since this is an older one. This could just go up in time because I know there are dedicated fans to this archetype, but yeah, it's shot up quite a bit. But there's still some for $2 to $3 if you really, really want one. To me, it's worth $1, but you know, if this is something you really want to play, I don't think that's bad. But that's going to be it for the market watch. I'll be hanging around on, well, you won't know because this is the end of the video. I guess I should have said this first, but I'll be hanging around on, I'm going to do a premiere and I'll hang around. And then if you have any questions, I'll be answering them. But like I said, it doesn't matter because you're going to hear this last or the video is already going to be over. But I will see you guys later this week. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. And yeah, take advantage of that TCG player. So, all right, guys, bye.